This one is called Amnesia, a machine for pigs. In Amnesia, you're in a world that is full of pigs.
Sorry. That's had to do a thing. That's shout outs to Damit Hook, who only 5 people know who he is.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, pig.
Yeah.
Too beautiful for this planet.
Anyway, yeah, last time pigs happened. We the guy was looking for his twin children, I believe it's twin daughters. It turns out he has this whole other life, whole other side of him, aside from being a father. He peeps on ladies taking a bath. He also does weird drawings, and he is also being haunted or being hunted by a creation of his own making, where he was trying to create a hybrid of pig and men. And for some reason, he's a butcher, by the way. Did I mention he's a butcher? He made a machine,
butcher,
which I believe is supposed to help with some kind of pig problem. And it turned into and from what I understand, it turned into a full-blown religion where they were worshipping a pig.
Me too.
Anyway, something happened to the children. He's trying to look for them, but there's a sinking feeling that something happened to the children around the machine for pigs.
That same old video game tale. They keep telling it.
So that's where we're at right now. And we're going to continue on from here.
God dang, those kids. Goddamn machine for pigs.
God dang children go near my machine for pigs? What, are you going to squeal like a pig?
You got to feel like a machine for pigs?
So what were you saying about when I was using my voice mod, something was not tripping well?
Voice. Whoa, I hit a wrong button. Sorry. The voice gate, noise gate was too aggressive, so it was just cutting it out completely.
Oh, okay.
It might have been fine on stream, I'm sure, but through Discord it was like hardly anything was coming out.
You know what? That's fine.
Oh, dude, can't have the sad word in production theme play.
Good. You know what? I want it to fail on Discord, but be so completely obvious on stream.
To come back, make sure our video is still rendering.
That's a machine for pig! It's a pig! You know, I know you're making that sound, but again, I don't know what that sound is or when it comes up, because it's kind of subtle while I'm like in a chase sequence. And by chase sequence, I mean he moves a couple steps forward and then just forgets about me. Like the pig that it is.
I move a couple steps and forget about you.
Like little birds.
I have the body of a pig.
Oh, you played through Faith collection, right?
The George Michael hit?
Yeah.
I have the body of a pig.
Yes, yeah, I did play that, and it does have that in it. I'm hoping they're pulling from the same reference that I am. That makes me very happy. That made me very happy when I heard that.
Good. Am I supposed to do this? Is this right? Well, I'll never find out. Somehow the pig is even less threatening than the actual amnesia monster. The kids are more threatening than the pig. For some reason.
I have the body of a kid.
I have the body of a kid.
Yep, that's what kids sound like.
A child.
Get in! Oh, things are gone. Ugh.
Is it just me, or does this game feel kind of like structured weird?
To be honest, I'm not really sure what I'm actually doing. I just see things and pull switches and then something happens. It doesn't really have any... I don't know what the word is, but it doesn't seem to have anything that would interest me in exploring too much.
Yeah, like the motivation is...
It fell onto his hands and they eroded in front of me. To stumps.
Like...
To stumps. Next time we will use an equal mix of infusion vitae and orgone disperser. No, no, just take him out. You could dump him in the river for all I care.
Dump him in the river.
Like, of course there's like an overarching want to see the whole story through, but like moment to moment, gameplay wise, there isn't much motivation at any given time. Like, I feel like the Amnesia, the first one, the Dark Descent, had like, there was theming, there was like there were segments, and each thing had its own like theme that you were paying attention to. That here's the area where you're doing this, and here's the story that you're learning through this segment. And then once you make it through, you uncover a new thing, and it's like, I don't know, it was like broken into pieces that kept driving you forward. But this is just kind of like, I don't know, it's a video game with a story in it. Just keep walking through until it's done.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like, I get it. They worked on Dear Esther, and that's kind of their experience. But, like, come on.
Yeah.
Come.
But anyways, I
did like the spray part though. That was great. Inflamed it is, burning it does, bleeding from each hole, fore and aft, leaking down my legs. Blood and excrement, my lungs are in my vomit. I pass clots of my organs now onto the filthy stone. Drink this, he says. And I did drink it. I did do that. Because of the changes, they ripple inner me. My teeth sneeze out and scatter like mice in the dark. I cannot find them all. Gather what I can, push them back into my gray gums with my fingers, but the nails are all weepy and falling out. Drink it, he says. It'll help the running of the fever. What about one that helps me with my teeth? Because not us all can take the change. On the other table, a beast under a blanket. I never wanted to see under that, but he drank it too. He passed it under the blanket, and I heard it drink. Dear God Almighty, how can a man shit so much blood and still live? So this must be the concoction that started the transformation. to have the body of a pig.
I think those were just Slipknot lyrics.
Slipknot lyrics?
Yeah, I think that was just a Slipknot song somebody snuck into the game.
Try to push it back into my gums. It's not going anywhere. Ah!
Pig?
No, you do not have a body of a pig!
A beautiful pig-bodied
Pig!
boy?
Pig! What a beautiful boy!
With his sumptuous pig-like curves?
Oh yeah, I love those curves. Where did I come from?
Where did you go?
Where did you come from,
Uh,
big-bodied Joe?
Big body.
Wait, was I done?
Wee!
Very in. Oh. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking when that happened. Like, oh, I picked this up. What do I do with it? Ah, no! No. Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, hold on. It had to be in a document, right? Like a clue that told me about it? Did I
Probably.
did I just accidentally solve the puzzle without actually knowing what the puzzle is? Again? What the fuck?
What the hell is it?
All right, hold on. It's not okay. It's not the end. I need something to break this with, right? There's got to be something else I need to finish off the lock. Doesn't look like I can grab it. Yeah, wait. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Exactly.
Hello, my ragtime gal. Jeez. Hold on. Keep dancing. I'm gonna have to find the item I need to break that. Or do this. Good.
Wait. Can
What?
you do me a favor? Oh,
Go on.
can you go back to the frog?
Okay.
I might use this footage later. Or this might be a good clip. I don't know. Okay, just hang there for a second. Hang
All
there
right.
for a second.
All right.
and
All right.
then, let's try this one.
All right. I'm gonna get a drink. Just don't worry. I'll be right back. It won't take more than a second. Just do what you're doing.
We'll put in a slow zoom. Maybe a fading pan.
Okay, now put in the Doom, like mission selected, or not mission select, but you know what I
Eddie's
mean.
Going all out for tomorrow. We're having a pool party / barbecue. That's why I was so like hell bent on setting up that small pool we had. Even though the pool won't like be for swimming,
Yeah.
people will still enjoy it. Anyway,
They'll see it and be like, dang, cool.
we may now continue
Anyway.
our journey.
Yes.
Now we need to find the item necessary to break the lock. Hey, thank you for that. I wonder if it's like actually up there. I don't know why. Come on. I thought for a second that was somebody. Oh. Nope. Not what I needed. Well, what the hell? What do I do with the lock? There's gotta be something. Oh. Skull!
For real?
What the heck do I use? For real? All right, what exactly am I missing here? Let me look at my journal. I have the compound. It hisses and steams in its container like some living thing. A witch's jelly to burn and corrode. The container is made from glass. Strange choice unless there's some particular reason why the metal that pervades everywhere else cannot be brought into contact with the so-called Compound X. I should investigate further for clues. And that's it. I already used it. And it's not letting me do anything else. It's not corroding anything. I keep hearing the squelching sounds. And I keep getting distracted by it. Do I need to go this way? Aim, what do you want from me?
Money, attention, honor.
Okay.
Bombs.
These are locked up. I don't see any item to pick up.
You're my friend.
You're my friend.
No.
I'm not.
Locked. What about here? More of that liquid stuff. Which begs the question, why did I not just use any of these? What the hell is going on? I'm very certain this isn't like some kind of bug. There must be something here. Oh! Maybe it... light!
Okay.
Interesting.
Down here, Daddy. Faster, faster.
Don't let the pig get you. Don't fall and hurt your face.
Faster, Daddy. Daddy? Are you chasing chickens out there? You chase chickens.
Chicken chaser.
A machine for pigs is not responding.
Failure.
Oh.
Thank you, Microsoft. Thank you.
What mysterious force could be causing this? What's happening?
Oh, watermelon.
You better not put me back to the... You better not step me back that far.
Yeah. Was it April 10th? What was it? Was the start of that game? Is that April 2nd? Somewhere around there.
I don't know.
Over there.
No!
What?
Awesome.
This isn't...
Do I look like an inbred hog, sir?
We're back at the start!
Just set it down carefully.
Awesome.
A machine for pigs, everyone.
I love it!
Good game!
Money! Big prizes! Total carnage! Good luck! You'll need it!
great fucking game.
Perfect. You win.
Incredible.
Incredible.
There's our pig-bodied boy now.
There's our pig boy. Oh, it got me this time.
I guess we'll find out in a minute.
I looked at Discord for a second, and it just said under David unusable internet connection. I misread that though. It says unstable.
Oh,
Great. Is my stream unstable?
yeah.
No,
Your
it's
stream is. It's no longer. Your stream has ceased to be.
That can't be right. It says I'm still on. Oh, you're talking about Discord.
Discord. Yeah, Discord stream. Sorry.
The side stream is not
Side
there.
stream is.
These things that's been happening today are driving me nuts. I don't care.
You tired for this?
Mushy mushy.
Mushy, fucking mushy.
Mushy,
Hello.
mushy.
Hello.
Andale arriba. I don't know.
Vanessa?
Shut it! Get the fuck back here! Causing so much problems for me. Stop.
Discord keeps telling me it's not detecting any input from my mic.
That's so cool.
No, I could still hear you. The streams could still hear you.
It fell onto his hands and they eroded in front of me.
What was that?
Plagued
stop
by
it.
goblins today.
Next time we will use an equal mix of infusion vitae and orgone disperser. No, just take him out. You could dump him in the river for all I care.
Yeah, this butcher is no joke. Dumping bodies in rivers. Great.
Same here, man. I mean, huh? You guys ever put a body in a river?
Always. Every day.
Yeah. Just so it doesn't stink up the place.
Honestly, if you're 25 and you haven't dumped a body or two in the river yet, honestly, you're not a man.
You'll be so cringe if you haven't dumped a body yet before 25. Like, if you're 24, that's okay. If you're 25 and a half, that's fine. But 26, ew.
Starting to get a little sus.
Get the fuck out of here.
Sussy.
Little sussy baka right there. You're doing there, little real cringe behavior.
Don't look over
Taking
here.
L's on the regular there. Oh no. Pixar's gonna sue. Watch out.
What do you mean? Pixar's gonna sue?
There's a whole legal issue. They apparently own the concept of an animated lamp.
I thought you were going to say an animated
How?
character.
There's been animate lanterns in the past, right?
Yeah, anime lanterns.
Not anime lanterns. That is true.
Not without not without getting a stern talking to from the folks at Pixar these days.
It's so sad. Did you know those guys made movies?
Oh my god. Naturally, once bled, the product must be scalded, de-haired, and scraped ready for the gambroling and evisceration. For this, we pass them through the steam reservoir, which is kept at a constant temperature by passing excess high pressure venting from the machines via the boiler and a series of large copper pipes into a stone chamber just below the workhouse. Everyone take notes. This is how you slaughter a pig. At the center of the machine, there is a component that must be kept at a consistently low temperature, which controls operations of the processing of product throughout the system. Alongside this, refrigeration is of the utmost importance in retaining product quality, and this also requires heat to be removed from certain areas of the machine. Two problems are therefore combined into a single solution: the removal of heat from some areas and the requirements for increased heat in others. If the pig starts twitching, hit it with a bat a couple times. Conducting panels draw heat using the principles of convection regulated by the boiler and sending freezing air along one set of pipes in one direction, and superheated vapors in another.
Yeah, a lot of people forget about that part. Very important.
Dangerous allowing this filthy discharge to collect so close to the core.
We can use the flow to drive the turbines. There will always be a
I don't want to hear about filthy discharge from this game anymore.
use this to supplement the system to ensure constancy.
Spreading their ejaculate all over the town. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, is the pig here? Nope, it's worse. The water monster's back. All right, who's picking up the place?
Oh, he's hogging it up. He's going hog wild.
Getting all porked up.
Getting all porked up just for you.
Several of the older forms have breached their containment area and escaped into the sewers. They remind me of my limitations. This is no Chelm, and I am no Eliyahu. At least not quite yet. It is the heat generated from keeping the doorway between open that is to blame. We cannot simply pack them about with coolant as we do at the center where the doorway is. The later versions are kept safe by the freezing temperature of those towers. Up here, where the air is hot and fetid, they become overheated, and their duality tears them asunder, as the other place flies from their cells and their vitae splinters. They live sporadically, torn from one world to the other and back again in violent, unpredictable verse. For a few seconds they are creatures of this world, then they are torn away and cease to have physical form. This vicious ripping back and forth between worlds has driven them quite insane. I have ordered the affected areas sealed and will not allow my lower workers to enter. These are damned places now. The abode of failed experiments, ghosts of fear and spite. I'm sorry, when did this become a supernatural thing? When did we start talking about ripping between dimensions? Since when did we start talking about being sent to the Shadow Realm? Like, when did that start?
I don't about any dimension stuff in this Amnesia yet.
Requires
Oh wow, that is a pig, all right.
Which has a machine.
Did he make the sound that the roaches make in Turok?
Maybe.
Probably.
I'm not arguing about that.
Oh, I'm going to. I love arguing about Turok sound effects.
So I opened sluice 1. Oh, I see. It opened the doors here.
Open that sluice, get that juice, am I right?
Gamers love this use.
With a clean new one. Mr. Madness, you sound every bit the fanatic. Well, how can I be otherwise, Professor? How can any man of ethics simply stand by and watch this world drown in its own excrement?
Wait, what's excrements? I heard excrements. Oh,
sure, my friend. Indeed, he does. The poor fellow has seen it all before. Now, this is not the first great civilization he has wept for.
And I said, look, my darlings, can
Hey.
you see it? And they said, yes, Daddy, yes, we see it. A tall weathered cap of a steep-sided pyramid. So like those of Egypt. Stone falling away. What does this have to do with anything? Hold on. I'm just going to skim it. Hold on. King sat where the priests live. No, my darlings, they most certainly are not savages. This is nothing. This is probably like character building for the children. I am not wasting my time reading that. I can't. These notes mean nothing.
I tell you, Professor, a trail of greed brings rich men to your door like pigs.
Maybe referring to where they got the orb in the first game.
Egypt? Possibly.
Yeah.
But it was talking about, Daddy, Daddy, look, Egypt, pyramids. Woo, woo, choo-choo train. I don't know.
Choo-choo, ka-choo.
Choo-choo, ka-choo, father! Choo-choo!
Choo-choo. Bless you.
Thank you.
You have now been de-pigged.
I
Would
think
you
I
like to be
understand.
deep?
I think I kind of understand what's going on. It looks like it's a pressure chamber. So they're trying to match the atmospheric pressure of the next area. So that it wouldn't cause, what do they call it? Septic? Or sepsis? I don't know what
Sepsis?
yeah. Could be sepsis. You know, when like scuba divers, when they after like a long, diving deep into the water, if they don't take time to adjust to the pressure as they swim up, it would actually cause harm to the body.
Oh, okay.
But that's why people say do not scuba dive and then go on a plane the day after. You need time. You need time to adjust to the pressure that your body went through.
What kind of life are you living that needs to be a concern? You James Bond?
I mean, there are a lot of people that are going, around the world and actually like doing shit like this. Rich people.
Have you heard about this? Have you seen this here? These people?
I love the music. I love the opera music. Oh!
You're my friend.
It slipped on its own dung. Oh.
Same.
Oh,
Now I feel bad. Sorry.
You're my friend.
I didn't mean to make fun of him.
he has the body of a pig. He can't help it. So is the ending of this going to be like, oh, I turned my children into the pigs. Oh, I can't believe it.
It better not be like that.
It will.
I hope they turn into ham. That's what I'm hoping.
I was just trying to open an interdimensional rift.
Was I meant to do that?
With my machine for pigs.
What's happening? Oh, come on. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't go through the tiny little narrow slits down there. Oh!
Failure.
Fine. You get to do that. Video game. Why not? Freaking wanted me to fall down and get hurt, and everybody laughs and I cry.
I hope you get to hear Morgana right now.
I don't hear anything right now.
Yeah, I don't hear.
I think we're about to reach the innermost sanctum. I heard an achievement. I may be right. Do we get to see someone floating naked?
Again?
Spreading
yeah.
the seed over the passersby?
I said you'd come.
No, you didn't. How old are you? Do you wash your mother with that? Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Do you wash your? Is he a cat? What?
Still waters. I dragged myself deep
Do you wash your cat and mother in that with that mouth?
towards a wind that held the voices of my children. Beckoning to set them free.
I'm too distracted now. I can't hear the lore. God damn it. Of all the times.
He's just like, it's a ponderous pontification.
What the? I thought I saw a pig icon in the center of my screen for a second. Lever. Or valve, I mean.
Theming, in case you forgot.
This is the theme of the game! This is what it's all about! Stop, ensure all wheels are in place for correct operation of pumps! They look normal!
Not enough pig in there, if you ask me.
Need more pig.
Need more pig.
Yeah! Oh! 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 No, you don't do that! I double clicked by accident. All right, back to normal, I guess.
Hello?
Thank you for the jump scare. Not you, Katie. You didn't jump scare me.
I'm so sorry. You take me. I'm too scared right now. I just. I already did. I'm too freaked out.
All right. Will be a quick. There's another quick BRB because I need to take my dog out really quick in the backyard. So, take over. Do something. Cover me.
All right, let's play Street Fighter.
How many slurs can you count?
USA, Japan.
We're gonna count slurs in the USA, or it's gonna be a long time.
The top 5 pig-bodied video game men. Number 1, Super Mario. Number 2. What? What were you gonna say?
Soup.
Super Mario 2. Number 3.
Number 4, Alan Wake.
What is this? What is this numbered one? What are you counting up?
Top 5 pig-bodied characters in video games.
Big body characters. The grunts from Duke Nukem.
Very good.
Is there-
Very good.
And now back to Amnesia, a machine for pig-bodied men.
You know it. As soon as the capture comes back. Yes, it is. Yeah, Katie's a little exhausted today. She was all over the place today, so she needed a little help, and I did. I offered it to her.
You did it.
There we go. Good thing I read that sign back downstairs, ensuring all the wheels are secure. Now what? That's it. That's the answer. There we go. Do I go back? Oh yeah, I do.
So this machine, you say it's for pigs, is it?
Pigs and pig-abled men.
Yes, I see. Can't say I have much experience with pig machinery before, but, you know, when in Rome.
Absolutely. The best in pig machinery technology. What, by the way, what the hell is going on? I'm like, I went down here and I can't go back up.
Madonna, you can't lick your legs like that.
Oh.
Hooray.
What was the point?
Hooray for
Wait, what's the point in this? This room only has one.
Only has one.
What was?
That's for pig.
Wait, you didn't do that on purpose?
No, I didn't. I just fell. I was looking over there as I finished climbing. I was looking over here, and look, it just lets me walk off.
Oh boy. I thought you were just like, now off the top ropes, an elbow drop.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
He's breaking down the steel cage. I can't believe it.
So where am I supposed to go?
Up.
Up.
Hold on. So the wheels are turning.
And the wheel of fate is turning. Battle for.
Of course, I've had a friend in Italy run a really lucrative machine for squirrels business. But pigs, you say?
Seems state of the art.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wait. Can I... No, it'll just bring me back down there. What is the point of this room?
For pig.
Yes, it's for pigs, correct. Not meaning it's run by the pigs. Or is it to benefit the pigs?
It's for the pigs.
It's for the pigs.
Yep, just for the pigs. Oh, there we go. This must be it.
By the pigs, for the pigs.
Power to the pigs. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
EA Pig. It's in the pig. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This segment sucks. That was one of the most terrible segments in this game. All I did was just run and put a couple things in, and turn some valves. That was it. There was absolutely nothing of benefit in that room. I felt like it was just added in there for extra gameplay, for extra padding,
for extra machine.
Like the developers of this game cut their teeth on a walking simulator.
They didn't simulate it hard enough. Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. I just like the part where I fell into water in a red room and nothing happened. I'm getting so much experience from this game.
Lifetime experience. It's things you'll be telling your grandchildren and great-grandchildren about one day.
And greatest grandchild.
Your nieces, nephews. Everyone will hear
about the
your
machine for
father.
pigs.
And you came then to London, and you set me upon a mantelpiece, and then you went into the house and gathered the servants and reset you and I on recrafting them, and then
The only thing that will save this game right now is that all this time I was the pig.
Yeah.
for your children, Mandus, to spare them the world you have created.
If you're the hog father.
I'll give them.
Then you snuck into the cupboard and I saw you You stole those chips. They were labeled clearly mine.
I thought they were community chips. I thought they were for the people.
For the people? No. They were for the pigs.
For the pig.
I feel like this music is suggesting something big is supposed to be happening story-wise, but
I was hopping around too much, so I didn't take in the sights. So this is the machine for pigs. This whole room. You can see all the valves. Oh, those are speakers.
You see all the pigs.
It's like that giant room for Dr. Xavier. Well, I forget what the room was called, where he can link his mind to other. Yeah, Cerebro. It's the pig Cerebro.
Pig-rebro.
Pig-rebro.
I tried so hard.
Sorang, bro.
But in the end,
it doesn't even matter.
it didn't even matter.
My eyes are your eyes. My heart is your heart. I will rip them loose from this rotten world and set them to burn.
Yeah, see, I'm just hearing Slipknot lyrics.
Set them on the bird. Where the? Okay, I don't pull the levers yet.
Set them on a burger.
What? Oh, there's a door.
Is it for pigs?
No, it says it's a rod control room.
Ah,
These are for the rods.
a
To
room
stick it
for
to the
rods.
pigs. A room for rods.
Rod room.
They feel no pain. The process is complete.
Oh yeah, I'm in like the inner sanctum here.
Professor.
So I went from all up here, all the way down here.
Ask the beggar, Professor. Ask the orphan. Ask the whore. Ask the starving. Professor. The weak, the sick, the filthy.
But no one will ask the pig.
Nobody asks the pig. Nobody expects the pig position.
I'm here to speak on behalf of the pigs, for they cannot speak.
Fuck is going on with these sounds? And it won't let me hit the switches until the sounds stop. I'm sorry, what's wrong? There's number 3's not working.
It's got a pig stuck in it.
Got a schnoz stuck in it. There we go. I fixed it. Oh, highly toxic. Well, I'm gonna die.
Oh.
No, all it does is starts the transformation.
The pig transformation. It's begun.
The transpigmission.
Big pigmentation.
The pigmentation has begun. The Undertaker! Oh, I've been conditioned to believe that a bell means that the Undertaker is going to come out from somewhere.
As most people would.
I think this is just a voice in my head making me kill my kids. I'm calling it right here.
To pig your kids.
I heard daddy.
Now,
The father of pigs.
set them free. Set them all free.
Yes. Set them free. Set them free.
You perfect.
Oh.
I live. I breathe again. I rise.
Rise
I
from your
to
grave.
reach the sky and still the water.
Yeah, why does he sound like that?
Spin the world wheel and set the future upon the path to redemption. Where are my children? You promised me my children. My time is come. More
And so have I.
Same.
More
Same.
pig!
Frankly.
Uh-oh.
Boys, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Did you beat the game?
I guess I did. In the very undramatic way.
You lose. Perfect.
There's still more. Hold on. How could there be anything left?
And, emerging, I raised my head to an uncaring sun, and I cursed this world of pain and despair. This civilization built on the ricketed bones of the unfortunate, on the greed and swell of mammon and empire. Cradling a stone egg in my jacket, I kissed my children farewell, and I crawled my way home.
Or did you?
I'm sorry, children. I did it all for the egg.
See, I found that egg first. It was mine, not yours. couldn't stand you caressing that egg any further. Can a man construct himself anew? Can a man, on realizing who he is, on what he has become, tear himself apart down to bricks and begin again? Are our souls just this? Tiny cogwheels and clockwork, and intricate machines to serve a function that, upon reflection, he might set to a new task? Can a man, defined by his actions, defined by that which he now finds abhorrent, set to sabotaging this body, his machine, for pigs, and those children of his soul turn in new motion? And he may awake to a new sun, a new year, a new century, with hope in his heart? As I reach my hands through the exposed wires, I ask myself this: is redemption possible for such a creature as I? And if not, then surely better to die amongst my creations than continue to live as a monster. And yet here I am leaving. No, I'm going to leave. I'm going to have a beer and feel nothing.
Maybe a little side of pork rinds. Right. Right.
Children really are the most wonderful, useful creatures. Oh, sorry, go on.
Maybe deep down we're all machines for pigs.
Maybe.
Useful creatures. The unfortunates from the orphanage have proved indispensable in cleaning the larger steam pipes. It appears that matter from the slaughtering process may indeed vaporize at source, but drifts like dust through the air and lodges in the pipes, causing them to foul. Periodically, we shut the pressure down and send one of our pixies into the pipes to scrub the reconstituted fat away. Armed with this assortant broom, our little explorers venture into the dark. Oh yes, it's like chimney sweepers, only for pigs. Of course, we can only keep pressure down for a short period, so they must be fast, or they risk being trapped and boiled by the superheated vapors when they rush back into the system. Then we'll be sending their comrades in afterwards to scrape free the cooling mess. The survivors tell me you can reach all manner of places within the complex through the pipes. I smile, tell them I'm so proud, and feed them to the... Shouldn't we make safety measures so that our little pixies don't get clogged in the pipes and die? Nope! We do this for the pigs! Johnson!
As designed.
It is as designed! They will become feed for the pigs, Johnson. We will have no other words about it. Sorry.
The vipers.
The vipers from the mess of children's. Where am I? What? Something like I'm up here for a reason. I know that.
Well, I do declare.
Steam vent access only at low pressure, so I need to lower the pressure. Oh. Lower the pressure. Lower the pressure. I feel like something in here lowers the pressure, right? Like this looks like something. Automatic pressure regulator shut off.
Well, shut it on.
How do I do that?
It appears to have a thingy in front of it. You must get a thingy that can break thingy. Break that glass with something? Is there like a rock or?
I'm looking. Doesn't look like there's. Let me double check down here. Ow.
Ow.
Whoa. Never mind. There's nothing here anymore. So everything I need is up there.
It's all gone to the pigs now.
So I need... I feel like there should be a switch. There has to be a switch. I see all these lights.
plant fully operational.
Fully operational. I have no idea what I'm missing. There's nothing up here.
Do you have your lantern still?
I do.
Maybe there's something in the shadows.
Yeah, let me look right here. The valves. The pig's gauge. Of course. Oh, of course, the pig's gauge. How can I be so blind?
Pig gauge activate.
A machine for pigs? I don't know. This place seems like a real machine for jerks.
Got him.
Yes! Give me my child!
That's what I'm saying. It's you, right?
Always burns, little Mandus, but it purifies and it makes anew. Did it hurt to carve out the fevered flesh? Did it hurt to cut free the gangrenous foot? Ask instead.
I mean, yeah.
This. Can we save them?
When did I say that? That is not me. That is not me.
I cannot see a thing.
You turn them into pigs to save their life. It was the only way. Sometimes it's the only way.
Oh!
You gotta turn a kid into a pig.
What? Oh, my teddy bear turned into a pig.
The tale is old as time, frankly.
There is a spoon of medicine. Hold on. I says, and it's a silver spoon. What you did get born holding. Ever so painful for mummy dear, but grasped so hard as it was in a little screaming red fists. Later you used your spoon to dig a hole in the garden to get all the way to Mexico. and then you did eat worms with your spoon on the way to stay fat. This spoon was the same you gave your twins when you used it to dig a hole to their clockwork souls, and you ate up their hearts like soup on the way to keep you fat. Fat little mole, where will you dig next? Next, I asks. You and your little silver spoon made from the silver spine of your children.
Are they talking like Gollum?
And wrapped in the hair of your dearly departed.
Dear sweet Jesus, my darling Lilibeth. What am I become? What did my grammar becoming?
What did I become? And asks. Asks the fishy little hobbitses.
Danger. Ensure conduits are correctly placed to avoid pressure backdrafts. Child fatalities this month, 17! Yes, we beat our record below 20. Oops. I guess that's what I do. I am sabotaging, after all.
Sabotage.
Sabotage. There's one. I'm guessing there's a set amount. Hold on. I think I did it. I sent children to the pipes to clean them, and then seems likely there's another entrance I can use to escape this noxious. I will ignore the burning in my nostrils from the fumes of that godless compound X that fuels these machines, and I'll become the saboteur. All right. That's all it says. So I just pull some pipes out until something happens. Whoa! I did it! Hi! Oh, I saw that. Hi, pig. Hi, pig.
my friend.
Ha ha! You will pig me no longer.
The pig's one weakness. Ladders.
Ow.
Whoa.
Ow. Oh, I should keep moving. Ow.
Yes. must go faster.
Oh yes, this trembling makes pulling switches really easy.
It begins. My work has begun. Kill them, my piggies. Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Little piggy, let me in. Pig 'em all.
Look by the hair.
Not by the hair of my chin. God, this game just keeps going. When do we get to orb stuff? I'd rather deal with orb stuff right now. I'd rather read about the Impaler again.
Yeah. Real distinct lack of orb in this game. I don't know, guys.
Just doesn't seem to get me interested. Oh.
You're my friend.
Guess I'm following the pigs.
You're my pig.
Oh my! Oh, the pigs! Oh no! Oh no! What? Where?
They've disrobed everyone.
They disrobed them. How could they? Can I pick them up? No.
These piggy perverts are running wild. Hog wild.
They're running hog wild. Whoa.
I am a pig.
This is not what I meant at
I am the alpha pig. Oh, hold on. I gotta read lore while the town's being overrun. No one misses the poor. Round up some orphans and the world will thank you for it. Disappear a whore and the gentleman applauds you. Call a beggar and a lady walks safely again. I hate them. I hate them more than any of the others. This privilege, this pretension, these so-called leaders, these pillars of society, these rich and fanciful. They wear their filth on the inside, but they are no less dirty. I have plans for them all. We will feed them to the pigs, and then we will feed from them, the pigs. So this is a guy that hates everybody. Rich, poor, more, whore, lottie-door. Guy just wants to feed all of them to the pigs. No one's left standing. No one is left unrobed. Oh. Remember, silence and hard work are the roads to heaven. Oh! 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 Okay, that is actually the most... That was the most they've done to a human character. We have set aside an entire wing of the mansion for their parties. We invite them from near and far. We guzzle them in with fine wine and the finest cuts in all of London. My God, Mandus, but these chops are rather divine. Who is your butcher? Feed them up for the wine, and the grains will also lend a character to the product. Keep the flesh relaxed. Opium in the champagne and gravy. A hog roast every night for the Duke and the Duchess. An actress battered and sliced. An artisan in every mouthful. An importer of fine tea stewed in his own leaves. They bicker and breed under the table. by the fireplace, on the carpet stained with wine and fat, whilst long-dead nobles of deformed grace and cold stare watch them from gilded frames along the crooked walls. We will hose it down later as we shovel them into our machine. Oh my God, so that's what happened in the mansion. That's why there was so much blood in there. They were luring people with promises of food, of a feast and fine wine. They get them fat, take them to the machine. I mean, they laced it with opium in the champagne and gravy so that they get tired and fall asleep. Drag them to the machine, turn them into pig things for them to be slaughtered and then reused for more parties. That is... Wonderful. No, it's not. That is the opposite of wonderful.
Oh, dude, hoggers in the chat.
Hoggers in the chat.
Hoggers in the no, not hoggers. Oh, that's awful. Oh,
tries hogs anyway.
Hog champ.
I'm glad that it's ending like the ending's getting close to like that. I mean, that is horrifying to think about. Deforming a human body for consumption. And for what? To end world hunger? I mean, I gotta admit, ending world hunger does seem a bit important. But like this?
Now the pigs have won tonight.
The pigs definitely have won tonight.
And doesn't that make you feel better?
A little.
Do you hear me, Mandus? This is what you plan.
Hi.
He said it. He said the name of the game.
Oh God. Why did I stand there?
Hoggers in the chat for machine for pigs.
I'm hogging right
Is it still
now.
following me? It is. Oh! I saw that. It popped out of existence.
Where are my children?
Ooh.
My beautiful porcine children.
Porcelain. Where are my porcelain children?
My children, Roberta and Pork Cracklins.
What? I saw that. Oh my God, it's still going. I mean, that has to be the end, right? What more? What more can you show me?
You turning into a pig.
Also, they spelled civilization wrong, and that is peeving me. That is peeving me the most in this game.
Civilization.
Civilization.
They're all European and stuff.
Is that how it's spelled in
I'm
European
not
times?
opinion.
They don't use the Z.
Zed,
They call
you
it
mean.
the Z.
The Z. The Zation. The Zation.
They've forsaken the Z. They call it Z, and they've removed it from every word.
Is this the machine for pigs? The Iron Butler. Something else. Oh, hold on. This is definitely of a machine for the pig.
Ah.
I gotta say, the devs did their best here. They did their best. They tried to make it seem frightening, but it's just like, it just goes boop. Look, there's a deformed human body going through flames. Ooh. It's like a little haunted house attraction. Also, this is the fastest I can run. I can't run any faster.
On account of all the pigs, you see.
I can't move away. I can't go back upstairs.
Your legs, they've gone hog.
Been hog-tied.
Yes, my friend. Drained of blood and freed from the prison of the flesh. Free to ascend as smoke to the stars.
And the good. The worthy. How will we
Unlock
save
me a
them?
good smoked bacon.
We won't.
Worthy, Mandus. Show me these good. I do not see them.
No naked flames, no unshielded electrics. Just toss it in. Toss in the lamp. That'll do it.
All flames must be wearing pants.
At all times. Up. Then upstairs to bed. To bed. To toss and turn on bloated stomachs. To copulate and puke upon chaise lounge. Long. 4-poster or dressing table. Collapse at last into the engulfing mattress. Drunk and drugged and fat and stupid and senseless. Oh, good, another Friday. And spring the trap, man piggy, spring the trap. At the pull of a lever, a set of hydraulic pistons and gears are fired, resulting in 3 rolls of steel bars dropping from the ceiling via the canopy to cage the product into the bed, preventing escape. Also, that explains why there were like iron bars around the beds at the start of the game. The entire bed is then tilted backwards into the wall by a powerful spring mechanism, also fed by the hydraulics. The pressure for this system is created as a byproduct of the vacuum evisceration system employed for mass production elsewhere in the pig line. In this way, we have created our very own bottled revolution, where the movement of the masses is a causal factor in the extermination of the rich. It's like some kind of convoluted trap. And then we throw a net on him. No one could get out of a net like that.
This is it. This is the only way to to eat the rich, literally. You must create a machine for the pigs, you see.
So this is nothing.
You understand there? This is pigs, the rich, eat the rich, see the pigs, a machine. Eh?
Yeah, yeah.
You get what I'm putting down?
Yeah, I am. Putting up what I'm putting down. Is there anything else in this big area, or was that it? Let me look back a bit. Oh, now I can get back. Okay, good. Ah, here we go. This looks important.
This looks interesting.
Oh, right. The light mixes them up.
What's this?
Pig!
You're my friend.
You're my friend.
I couldn't find it fast enough.
Excuse me. So I need to drop this somehow. Wow, that guy does not want to move.
A drop for pigs. Oh.
So I already went through here. Let me double check this side. No machine blades are for Fatty Bishop and Gluttony Harris. Oh, Eris. Prime cuts for all the sorting bins, and the very best as always. Back into the dumb waiter to the kitchens above. To be stewed and plumped and gravied and breadcrumbed and returned to the table for the next night's feast. But not every night, you see. Although we have begun to increase the frequency of the final act, unlike the poor, the rich will be missed, given time. But we will continue the spoil and ready them, and our fine foods are now exported to mansions and lodges across London. And it has been noted that in times of late, how rather overweight the great and the good are becoming, with their diets of fine wine and rich meat. Indeed, in Punch just last week, a cartoon showed Viscount Selwyn as a stuffed pig, laid upon a platter for his peers to dine upon. A vicious and cowardly slander, no doubt. But he tasted delicious. Damn! Freaking cannibals. Jesus Christ. I literally didn't expect things to escalate so much like that. I didn't think it would be like completely insane. Batshit insane. I'm double checking this room real quick because I don't know if I'm missing anything. Oh, I can move this. Yeah. Hey. Oh, I am sabotoging it. Huh. Okay. So that's that. I guess I do have to try to get past the pig. That's what I'm thinking. It's starting to leak out. Oh, it's starting to flood. Oh! Oh! Whoa. And now the pig is gone. Oh, and now I electrified the pig! The pig is dead.
That's some ham cracklings right there.
I don't know what I'm doing, but it's working apparently. Ow!
I know you, machine. I know what you fear. I will rain excrement into your very soul.
Gross.
I will shit in the toilet and then take it out and throw it at you, machine.
My great works are almost begun.
And then I will feast. Yes, I would feast upon the machine's innards. Its oil, a decadent wine. Its cogs, a nice slice of tri-tip. Slice of pork.
Pigs.
I am here again, at the foot of those stairs. Towards the red light of the nursery. Sunset in the window like a bleeding sky. The horizon a slit throat. The seeping dark to drain the guilt from us. I am the jaguar-faced man. I am the feathered serpent. This priesthood is mine.
I am the walrus.
Your great engineer, how marvelous. I must say, Mr. Manders, my excitement is almost unseemly. Yes, I can see that. Step this way, Professor.
Yes, I can see that. Put it away. Put your excitement away.
No need for excitement here.
Mandus, where the devil are you?
Oh, there's someone here. I
can't
see them.
see a damn thing.
What is that?
Mandus!
Boom! Madness!
Pig, Professor. We are all the pig.
We will always become pig. Hey, it's my children. It's time to play house, children. Yes, you've shown me your hearts today. It's very nice.
Perhaps the real pig
I climb in stillness now.
was all the pigs we met
Blue
along
water
the
runs
way.
in my veins, for I am clean. I carry the knife of this factory, the bowl of this
My God, please let me just run fast.
I am come to collect you from your fields and your furnaces. I will gather you into the white clouds. I will gather you to me, and I will take you home.
Thank you, Mandus. You are very prophetic. Now allow me to go by your assless corpse, or...
Yes. Quite.
Very... quite an empty room for an elevator to be in. Oh, there we go. Goodbye. Oh my God, it just keeps going.
The veil lifts.
And the bride is waiting.
Hear me, Mandus. My gears are adjust. My steam is built. Soon I will spill that blue water.
Sorry for the sniffles.
Split the egg, the atom, my soul, and there will be a very great burning that we might make the world clean. Be proud, for this is your doing. Until you steeped me in the blood of your own, I was nothing but rotten architecture. You have made me, and I will make the world anew.
Oh, I never realized at that point. They didn't. It wasn't obvious until he said that the person I'm fighting against is the actual machine turned sentient. All it needed was a little blood of his children.
Just a little children blood.
A little pinch
as a
of
treat.
it.
But why did you take my children?
Because!
It seemed funny at the time. I don't know.
I don't know. They were right there. What? Now we're dealing with Robot Pig?
Robo Pig. Alright, I'm back in.
All
the
right.
game was losing me, but Robo Pig, I'm back in.
You dragged us back in with Robot Pig. Amnesia, you did done it again.
You did diddly done it.
Did diddly do done. So this is the final Blartle? This is what's happening?
Maybe.
Oh, of course they have to slay.
Oh. Yeah.
The fuck? Ah!
Whoa.
Thank you for spawning right next to me.
You've just been pigged.
home run smash you. You better watch out.
I win! Yeah!
A win for pigs?
I think on my standpoint, this is a loss for the pig. That's right.
You lose.
To the pigs, of course.
Yep. Pig loss. That was the most... They brought us in with the pig, with electricity all over its body. Got hit once, then won against it, and now it's gone.
To save you. Only to spare you.
that was not...
My soul to spare you.
That was not tense at all. All I did was run around a little pipe thing, and that was it.
My children. What have I done? What have I become?
What have I become? At this point, it doesn't matter what you become. You kind of...
All of my wrongs will be righted.
Nothing really makes sense in this game anymore. These pigs aren't even that, like...
I love you, my darlings.
They're not even that, threatening. Memories, they surface like bloated bodies rising to the sun of the Thames. I looked at them, covered in the blood of their dead mother, little piglets squalling in their swaddling, and my heart at once was filled with great love and a consuming hate I could never have imagined. At that point, did my soul split, creating him? Was this the egg of my soul? The moment the great clock began to tick? Is the only path to redemption to join us together again, to make myself whole, to close the great circle and take the madman into my heart once more. I forgive him and myself as well.
I am sorry for all I have
And it's
done.
Thames, by the way.
I simply loved you all.
Thames? Thames?
This world.
Thames.
Thames? But it has an A in it.
I know. They're weirdos.
Beer.
Mandus, put aside your misguided crusade and let me save them. You may hate me, Mandus, but I have seen the future, your 20th century, and let me tell you this, a far greater slaughter awaits you there. I seek to save the world by blood now, before millions fall beneath history, pushed under by blade, bullet, and gas.
And pigs.
Pigs! Whoa! The machine can do that? Oh, hi, you're here. Isn't that lovely?
Mecha pig.
I'm gonna get hit. 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 Close the door! What? Oh, fuck off! Oh. I found the heart of the machine. Literally.
You seem to have reached the heart of the matter.
Can I just grab it? Headbutt it? Oh, it is... Okay, 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 you could stop. Am I supposed to go in there, or am I supposed to go past it? Here we go. Guess I'm supposed to break something.
pig.
I have you now, creature. I will destroy you.
Stop him! Stop
I
him!
know exactly what I just did.
It is time to end this madness.
Do I go on here or do I guess I go down? Yeah, it looks like it.
Became an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
God help me. I am lost in the dried paper soul of the world.
I'm trying to be deep, as you can see. The dry paper of the world.
Look, it's the best poetry I could come up with.
Oh, there's where all the meat
spot.
comes to.
Ah.
Little large meat grinder.
Madness, listen.
That's where they do the meat.
You are with me. You created me to save the world.
Hold on.
I am your friend.
Look at this. It's a guy.
You're my friend.
And he has like... He has like a thing right there. How do I rip these things out? Oh, I did not want to see that. There's nothing I can interact with here. I guess I go the other way. No, I'm too slow. So what do I do? I'm clicking on these. I thought I tear these out, but... There's gotta be something here.
He's built a device to literally smell his own farts.
Do I go this way?
Mandus, please. I am
Oh,
no
okay,
more
here we go.
evil than you. We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives. Mandus, stop. Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandus.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandus. You sacrificed them on the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud and shrapnel on the banks of the Somme. You wanted to save them from the horror to come. That is the vision we shared. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You and I are one. We are
You're my
same.
friend.
Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free.
Uh-oh. The Dark Souls fight is about to start.
It's the Moonlight Butterfly.
Yeah.
So this is, now we are at the actual machine.
Deep in mud and bone, and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen two brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars.
It will not let me move any faster than this.
I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws, and starved the masses into faith. A child's shadow
burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Mandus trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Mandus. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts. Please, Mandus, no. For your children.
The button.
Immediate. Button.
Press.
I'm gonna take a little break.
Take a break.
Did I win?
Oh wait, is this the end of Machine and Fig?
I think this might be the end of Pig.
This might be the end of Pig. Did I get the ending? Or was I was there a time limit?
You have unlocked Pig ending.
Like my children still have their hearts up there.
Your children are pig. Your machine are pig. Your HP are pig.
And watch the god I had created die.
Oh yeah, okay, I won.
At the
I
end,
won.
when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs singing to one another. Then, as the last lights were gone,
With their
we
pig
lay
songs.
together in the deep. They drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known.
I'll drop my phone twice.
And as the
Yep,
dust
and
settled
then
on
I
my
did it.
open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. A church bell ringing out, and in that moment, the new century was born.
That was dramatic and all, but what the fuck did I just do? There's no music. Is there no music playing right now?
It's starting.
Oh, there. Okay, let's end it like that then. What the hell did I just play? I felt throughout the entire playthrough, throughout the entire half of that playthrough, I felt literally nothing. Like the first half started out pretty well. It had the whole spray the seed all over the passersby.
Same.
It had the ragdoll pigs. It had like it started out well. The lore started out well. There was like mystery everywhere, and then all of a sudden, like a second half, I I couldn't hold on to any information until the very end, where everything was like revealed. Like, oh, the machine has become self-aware and wants to overrun the world with pigmen in order to quote unquote save humanity. So I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, then why? What was the point of turning humans into meat then? Like, if we were gonna save them, I mean, like, if we're gonna just kill the humans, then why just turn them into meat? I don't get it.
Yeah,
I'm not understanding too much. I guess the whole point is that they're feeding the humans to the pigmen, but they were also feeding the humans to other humans to fatten them up and make more human meat. I don't know.
It's a good worked up.
Things kind of lost me.
Yeah, it was kind of told in a chunky way, and again, the gameplay, what you were doing didn't really reinforce the story. It was just kind of like, well, I guess I'll just wander through and then stop and listen to some people talk for a bit, and okay, I'll keep wandering around the dark and stumbling around, and oh, these guys are talking again. Okay, something about pigs or something. You know, it's like it wasn't really it wasn't cohesive. It was just like they wrote a story and just like chopped it up and threw it into the game.
I was not thinking at all during like the last hour or so of the game. I was literally just on autopilot, completing all the things.
I started like kind of tuning it out after a while, just kind of like, because like, I don't know what's happening. Let me read this. According to the amnesia.fandom.com storyline, let's see. So the game takes place in London, set in 1899 on New Year's Eve, 60 years after the Dark Descent. The game follows Oswald Mandus, a wealthy industrialist who has recently returned from a disastrous expedition to Mexico, where tragedy struck. Hit by fever, Mandus has frequent dreams about a dark machine until he regains consciousness. Little does he know that months have passed, and upon awakening, he hears his children calling for him to find them. Mandus wanders out of his bedroom to find his children. I'm going to read this part fast. During his search, the house shakes, and Mandus hears a machine roar into life beneath his feet. He also receives a mysterious phone call, which at first are cryptic, but then tell him that his children are trapped in the bowels of the machine, and to rescue them, he must repair it. Heading down into the depths, Mandus slowly regains his memories and encounters the monstrous porcine slaves that patrol the corridors and catwalks. When Mandus finally reactivates the machine, he realizes that he was betrayed. His children had been murdered by him before he slipped into a fever. And the guiding voice was the other half of his soul combined with the machine. Now, fully functional, the machine unleashes an army of pigmen into London, killing any and all that come across and sending them down to feed the machine's monstrous appetite, also disrobing them sometimes for some reason. Oswald, realizing that he was... No, I added that in.
Okay, I thought that was...
But that is what they did.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oswald, realizing that he was the one who created the machine, returns underground to destroy it once and for all. The machine pleads with him to reconsider, and he reveals Oswald murdered his sons after he was shown a vision of their future deaths in World War I. But Oswald realizes he has no right to take the fate of humanity into his own hands, and his final act of redemption and guilt, he deactivates the machine. As the world enters the 20th century, Mandus and the machine both lay dead far beneath the streets of London. The end.
Now I get it. Could have just said that. It's like, it's me, it's you, and the machine, and now I'm going to rule the world with pigs. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this game. I would say that if I were to choose, which I liked more in this entire collection, I think the Dark Descent is still like the best of the three. even though like in the end, you know, my initial thoughts back in 2010, I thought this was going to be like an ultra scary kind of game. That's something that is going to take a lot of gutsspud to get through. Is that the right word? Gut. I'll just say
mental
guts.
fortitude.
Mental fortitude to get through. But in the end, I was worried over nothing. Enemies were not that threatening. They pop in and out of existence when you're far enough away from them. And the pigs were just even more dumb.
Yeah.
They were just completely dumb. They were completely non-threatening. I mean, there were some nice like jump scares here and there, but overall, all it had, it takes little to no effort to get through that game. It did end up becoming to an extent, a walking simulator.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel that they put a lot of effort into any of the puzzles or any of the process of progression in the game compared to Dark Descent. I think the Dark Descent handled itself well when it came to puzzles. This, I know that it's made by a different developer for Machine for Pigs, but it definitely didn't. I don't think it maintained the feel of, an Amnesia game, if I could say that correctly. I just didn't. I didn't feel that I was playing an Amnesia game. That's my overall thought process of this. Is there any more you'd like to add to this?
No, not really. I think we've said everything that needs to be said. Our thoughts are known.
Our thoughts are now known.
It's maybe a decent story trapped in there, but it's like not the kind of story that like, oh, this had to be told in a game. Like sometimes you play a game and you go through the story and you're like, wow, that story would only work in a video game. I'm so glad I played it. But like this was just kind of like, I don't, okay, whatever.
Whatever. It is what it is. So that is the end for the Amnesia collection. I hope you all enjoyed these past few weekends of it, but it's not over yet. For the next stream we do together, it will be Amnesia Rebirth. And this is made completely by Frictional Games. So I expect to jump right back into the actual, fear. What would be the fear aspect of an Amnesia game? I have higher expectations for Rebirth, especially for a game that came out in 2020. But until then, I think I will hop off the stream for now. It is past midnight. We can do our own. We can like wind down on our own, if that's how we feel. But yeah, next time will be more Amnesia. I will jump back into System Shock. I know I've been raging a little bit in that game, but I am going to continue playing it because I am enjoying the game. I just need to learn from my mistakes. That's basically what it is. And of course, more fun to be had with Impar and Trousers when they get the chance.
Yeah.
So until then, thank you all once again. I'll see you all next time. Could be tomorrow, could be next weekend. Who could say? Except me. See you next time. You want to close us off, either of you?
I'll just say all the pigs are all lined up. I give you all that you want. Take the skin and peel it back. Now, doesn't that make you feel better?